Hi, my name is Urvanti Samanta and I got assessment for build a card app. Let's have a look at what we have to do. First, we have to create a RESTful API with using Node.js and Express.js and have to use middleware. For the database part, I can use MongoDB or MySQL. So for that, I will use MongoDB database and have to use authentication for the authentication purpose and have to use Postman or any other tool for the testing purpose. So this is my card project. Here you can see many files and folders are there. So I will show you how it will work and how it is run and how API are testing. Then I will go through the inside the code and explain it. So my project is running in the port number 4006 and database is connected successfully. Here my first API is post API, name is registration, and let's go to the controller what we have to send as a request body. In the request body I have to send mail, mobile number, name, state and bio. For the post API I have to select first here method post and endpoint localhost port number 4006, name is registration. As a request body I said mail, name, state, bio and mobile number, and here I have to select JSON for the JSON format and send it. Here you can see status is true. Everything stored in the database, and as a MongoDB automatically ID will created, which this is created, and authentication also authentication for the authentication purpose here authentication ID and JWT token is also created. In the registration API I was used to condition. One is the mail ID should be the unique and mobile number should be unique. Let's check it is working or not. I'll send the same data again. So you can see the message, the mail ID already exists. So I'll change the mail ID. Let's send it again. Then it will told the mobile number already exists, so it is also working. So I will change the mobile number and send it. So my post API is working fine. Now we will check the read document. For read a document we have to use get HTTP method. Here I create two GetAPI, one for the showing the all details, user profile details, and second one is for showing the a particular user details. Let's check it is working or not. Now first I'll check all the user profile details. Here get method is get and endpoint is 4006 and get all user profile. Let's send it. Here you can see all the user details, whatever data in there in the database, it's showing the all the details. And next one is for showing a particular user profile details. For that I'm using the JWT token for a particular user. So here I have to use headers as a authentication key, and value is have to use the JWT token and let's send it. Here you can see only one user details is there. For update document, we have two methods. One is put and another one is patch. Put is used for the update the all documents information, and patch is for the using update a particular document. For the put API, we have to select the put method and endpoints, write the endpoint and name for 006 user, update user profile, and have to send the request body. Here I send all of the request body, and I will change my data, and I will change my email and mobile number, and as a header I send the JWT token for the authentication purpose and send it. Here update successfully. You can see my mail ID is changed and remaining will be the same. For checking patch API, first I have to check select the patch method, then endpoint localhost 4006 and name is user, update user bio. Then I'll send param as the underscore ID of a particular user, and I'll change my bio as I am web developer and send it. Now you can change, my bio is changed right now. So this is the patch method. Next and the last API is delete API. For delete API, I use a particular user ID for delete a particular user. So let's check it is working. For the delete API, I have to use the delete method and endpoint, port number, name and particular user ID. Send it. Here you can see status is true and account is deleted successfully. So all APIs are running perfectly fine. So let's go in the coding part. So all APIs are running. I will go in the code part. Let's have a look what we have in our folder, project folder. We have app file, config file, node modules, and some files also there. Now in the app folder there is 3 more folder is there. Controller, models and router. Controller for the controller part, models for the database part, and router for the routing part. Services for the middleware part, and passport.js file is for the authentication purpose. And config file, config file mainly I use the MongoDB configuration, where I use URL MongoDB. And next is node modules. In the node modules, all the libraries are there, whatever in use in the project, it is automatically created after initiate the project, not project. Next is .env file. Mainly .env file is dot file is for the hiding the details, means it is mainly used as security purpose. Here I use JWT access token secret and number and JWT refresh token secret, which is used in the passport.js file for the authentication purpose. And next is app.js. App.js is mainly starting file of the project. And next is package.json file. Package.json file is all the metadata are stored in this file. For example, here you can see the name, version, description, skips also there. I'm using the start skip, which is nodemon app.js. Nodemon is basically using the restart the server, and dependency also there. Whatever libraries we are using, libraries or packages we are using, here all you can see listed here, name and the version. Let's go the start file, the app.js file. App.js file, here we started. In here we import the Express. Though we are using the Express framework, for this we have to first import this, and we have to install. I am already installed, so I am not showing this, so I just go through the code. Okay, .env is a lightweight npm package which is automatically load npm variables from a .env file into the process.env object. For installing this, we have to use npm install.env, and for the configure you have to use like this, require.env.config. Now for the accessing, first we have to create a object process.env. Let's go in the JWT service where I am accessing this env. So process.env.key. In this pattern we have to access. So key, I am using the JWT access token secret and JWT refresh token secret. For read JSON property, what we want to send in the database, we have to say our Express framework. We want to send JSON here. For that we have to use app.use departure.json. Here we also use some response type like response.header. Access control allow origin stars. That means instruct the browser that any origin can access that server resources for the request without credentials. And access control methods also I set, like a get, put, delete and option patch. Headers also I use the control allow headers like a content type. Next is Mongoose. Mongoose is basically library for the connect the MongoDB database. So first I import two things. One is Mongoose library for the connectivity. For the connectivity of the URL, I use that particular module where I write the URL path what is in database in config.js file. So I import that particular module. Then I connect the Mongoose for mongoose.connect db connect config URL. If we write only this, it might be give you some warning for the MongoDB diver function because it's deprecated. So if you want to avoid this warning, you have to use new URL parser true. Here I use some promise dot then catch block. So if this connection is successfully done, then I show some messages. What is the database connected successfully? Otherwise, it couldn't connect the database. That error message. Okay. Next, we connect the router module. Basically, server is accept the client request. For accepting the server, we accept the client request. For that, we have to create function that we need. For that, we need the router. In our project, multiple services are there, like a get, a post, like this. For different router, we have different URL. We have the different headers. To achieve this, for different URL we different header, it's called router. For router, we using the router here, this folder index.js. Here we have the APIs, and this for connecting this router part, we imported this particular module. Here I import this one, and next we use app.use slash router. Slash is use basically, so we say the controller, whenever you get router, you have to come here. Next one is just for the testing purpose. This is actually our routing is working or not. For the server, if you want to start a server, you have to listen server with some port number and want a callback function. Know the server is running or not. For that, we have to here use app.listen the port number with 006. Next, we will go in the models. Registration models is there. This is for the first we create the Mongoose database some schema. I created schema field. The field name is name, email, state, bio, mobile number, and type is also mentioned. And here we have to export. Exports is basically used for we can access this module in outside in other modules, so that we can access it. Next is the controller. Here we use some business logic for the registration purpose. Here I give some conditions and some logics for the registration, storing the data, and validation also I used. And for the authentication purpose, I use JWT token. And for the mid, I use the also services for the storing the database. Here basically writing the basically whatever we want the data store, delete, that is that logic part is here in the service part. Next part is Okay, for the registration as a request body, I take email, mobile number, name, state and bio. Now next I give some condition. If uh, this request body like email, mobile number, name, state, bio is not there, uh, then give some message. After that some validation I check. For the validation I used to email and mobile number. First I check the mail is there or not by using the find method, and a mail number if that is already exist, if give us some message, otherwise it take as a input request body and save it in the database successfully. And for the authentication purpose I use the JWT token. For that first I have to call the generate token JWT token. Let's go there. Here we for the authentication purpose, first we have to create an object which is process.env and key, that is token one is token secret, access token secret. Next one is refresh token secret, which is in the secret key in the .env file. You can see. Next after creating the token, it is returned and generate the token. Next is using out JWT token service and store refresh, which is for if that user details user account is already is there and we update, then we create one new JWT token, and for that we have to use refresh token. And all of this and this token use the save in the one model which is called tokens. Here I just save the tokens and user ID, in which user ID which token is there I just save in the database. For that I use on create one schema, refresh schema, and created this in the MongoDB database. Next is forget all user details. For that just we have to create one object for get all details, and get user details method. It will check the get user details method. In here the business logic, I write the business logic. Users, in users is the where we create call the database, the particular database, so where our data is there. Okay, hot data is there, so it will check in the database, that is with find method. Find method is basically find the data documents or in the database. So whatever data is there in the database, it will show all of the documents. Next get user details with a particular ID. Here we have to use a particular user ID here, and then I return it. For that you can say I use the user ID find by ID I created. and a particular ID which user details is there, we can show that. Next is delete account. For the delete account, I use the ID a particular delete a particular account, user account. So I have to send ID as a parameter, and for that first we use the find and delete method. So what it will do, it will find that particular ID exists or not in the database. If exists, then it will delete successfully. Next, update user profile. For the update user profile, I created two APIs. So let's go in the router part. What is there? So router part here, for the put user update details, this function is there. So here you can see I first of all for the update I use put is basically update the huge data information. So here I pass the all of the request data field of what we want to change, and that then we have to use the method and function user data profile, where in this function business logic is there. Business logic, what is it? First we have to find that mail or mobile number is exist or not. If the mobile number already exists, then it will show this mobile number or email already exist. Otherwise it will find by ID. First it will check the particular ID and update in that particular ID. Uh, it will not create another ID for that particular user. Next is patch is basically used for that update a particular data. Here I use patch as a only I send the bio. I want to only update the bio, and take as a params ID, take as a params. Okay, so for that in particular in I want to change a particular ID bio. So first I send that ID as a bio, then I update one. For that I have to use find one and update method. For that here I only change one updated, that's why I have to use find one, and also I am updating, so I have to use find one and update method. Next is delete. I think already I told about the delete. That's all. That's all. Thank you.